Okay, this is just a really quick video about I suppose the sort of master menu for shortcuts on the camera, because I've done a lot of videos about, we did sort of customizing the front buttons, which I'll link to up in the corner, customizing the back buttons. They'll all be linked up there, but that is the quick way to jump in and, you know, get the options that you want for shortcuts. But some of the options, they can't be reset in that way. So it is worth knowing that all of the function buttons on the camera can actually be controlled from one menu item, basically. So some of the buttons on the camera, you know, they can't actually be set as shortcuts anyway, without tweaking the controls. So if you want to kind of really deep dive into customizing the camera, you know, some people change what the wheels do. They'll change everything from the focusing options to the back button. So it is possible to really deep dive into all that stuff. Like if you jump into the menu and then we go to the cog or the gear, and then we want it's like the slide wheel icon. So that's the FN button set option in operation menu, and from here you've got the option to change the settings in the record mode. So that's when you know, the camera's in kind of live view, ready to either record some video or take a photo. And then in the play mode, so that's playback when you're looking at photos and videos, and you've got the options in here for sort of different bits and pieces. I tend not to really play with these too much because there's not a great deal in there that I usually want to change. A lot of them actually aren't even set anyway, so you can kind of go in and set a few favorites in there if you want to, like, you know, options that maybe you do. But the record excuse me, the record menu is really where everything is. So you can really see that in here we've got options for almost every button on the camera. You know, you can change the dedicated mic menu, white balance, ISO, whatever you want to change is sort of up for grabs in here. You can change AF on. It's really just it's kind of a free-for-all really on what you want to do. So we've got our front buttons. Like I say, some of those can be set as shortcuts just by holding down the button. Ones like the record button, you'll have to come in here to change. And we've got a few extra buttons there from those are the cue. So some of them are I believe those ones there, they are touch menu buttons. So if you have the touch menu enabled, I'll link up in the corner on how to enable that, but they can be your touch menu options. They're not physical buttons, they're ones that are on the screen. And you can just see, you know, basically anywhere where there's a physically mapped kind of button, you can generally come in and you can change quite a lot of it. There are other menus where you can change other things, like some of the wheels and things can be changed, but this is generally our main kind of area for changing, you know, the bulk majority of the camera. And like I say, you know, if you're new to the camera, oh, you can see there actually there's joystick options as well, where you can control that. Generally does our focus, but again, I've got a video about how to customize the joystick. That's just another setting you need to enable, and you can do that. But yeah, I mean, generally, you know, when you get a new camera, we tend to just kind of work to how the camera works, because, you know, everything's labeled. We've got wide balance, we've got kind of exposure comps and our focus, and you know, everything's labeled, so it's easy for us to learn it that way. But if you say you came from a Canon or a Sony, it might be that you just don't like how the buttons work. So you can kind of go in and you can customize it a lot in that menu. So if that's something you want to do, then yeah, that's kind of the place to go in and do it. So you can just jump into the FN button set menu, and yeah, like I say, it's kind of it's a little bit of a free-for-all to change what you like on the camera. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you have, give the video a like. If you want to see more about the Panasonic GH6, then check out the playlist on this channel, and please subscribe.